may proceed.
Thank you. Would you please state your name and age for the court?
My name is Shelley Storm, and I'm 34 years old.
What qualifications do you have for toxicology?
Well, I am a toxicologist, and I received my Bachelor's of Science degree from Ivy League University, where I majored in chemistry and minored in biology. I then went to receive my Master's of Science degree in chemistry from Baylor University. I then went to the State of Independence, where I received my PhD in toxicology.
With that, do you have any experience in these cases?
Yes, actually my older brother was killed by a drunk driving accident, and since then I have been dedicated to informing others about the devastating consequences of alcohol and its behavior.
Have you done any studies concerning alcohol?
Yes, I've done extensive studies on alcohol and its abuse and behavior, and I have published 90 articles that have been nationally known. I am also recognized as an authority in over 13 district and federal courts.
Your Honor, we'd like to enter Dr. Shelley Storm as an expert at this time.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Without objection, she is so considered an expert. And in what would you like to have her as an expert, counsel?
Toxicology.
Any objection to toxicology, counsel?
No, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you. Now, how did you come to work on this case?
I was contacted by the State of Independence Police and Marine Bureau, and I was asked to investigate and review all of the affidavits from this case on the death of Freddie Ferris.
What did you find in your investigation?
Well, I found that after I reviewed all of the affidavits given to me, I can conclude with scientific certainty that Dustin Beaver's blood alcohol concentration at the time of the accident was at or above 0.08%. I can also conclude that because of his reckless behavior and drinking while driving, that it was the proximate cause of the death of Freddie Ferris.
And what facts did you use to find this?
Well, the average rate of discharge for alcohol leaving the body is around 0.015 to 0.017%. For this case, I decided to use 0.017% because there's evidence that Dustin Beaver was a habitual drinker prior to May 21st.
Your Honor, I let the record reflect that I'm showing opposing counsel what has been pre-marked as Exhibit 1.
Yes.
Then I approach the bench. And may I approach the witness as well?
You may.
Thank you. I'm showing you what has been pre-marked as Exhibit 1. Could you please identify this for us?
This is the blood alcohol curve that I drew up for Dustin Beaver on that night.
And is it accurate to your knowledge?
To the best of my knowledge, it is.
Then we would like to offer this exhibit into evidence at this time as authenticity has been stipulated.
Any objection?
No.
Without objection, it is so admitted. Please have one counsel work a specific witness at a time, please.
Then could you please explain this to the court?
Yes, we know that Dustin Beaver stopped drinking at around 1:30 a.m. We also know that he raced his boat towards Railroad Bridge and swerved towards Point Douglas Beach around 2:20 a.m. And his blood alcohol concentration when he was taken at the hospital around 3:45 a.m. was at 0.057%. Therefore, that means that around the time of the accident, Dustin Beaver's blood alcohol concentration was at or above 0.08%.
Let the record reflect that I am now showing opposing counsel what is in pre-marked as Exhibit number 3. And approach the bench.
You may.
And approach the witness again.
You may.
Thank you. I am showing you what has been pre-marked as Exhibit number 3. Could you please identify this for us?
This is the relationship between alcohol intoxication and behavior chart.
Is it accurate to your knowledge?
To the best of my knowledge, it is.
We would like to offer Exhibit number 3 into evidence at this time. Its authenticity has been stipulated.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
It is so admitted.
Now, would you please read for us the section that says at a 0.08%, what is the effects?
You would be too intoxicated to drive, impaired muscular coordination, and some impairments of vision.
And would that happen at the point of reaching 0.08%?
No, you'd definitely be feeling these effects way before 0.08. They just increase as you get closer.
Now, could you also read for us the 0.06%?
Yes, you are increased risk for an accident by 2 times due to divided attention failure and impaired judgment.
Thank you, no further questions.
President?
Ms. Storm, did you receive your PhD in toxicology from the state of Independence?
Yes, I definitely did.
And to estimate Mr. Beaver's BAC level, did you use the elimination rate of 0.017%?
Yes, that is the percentage that I used.
Your Honor, may I approach opposing counsel?
You may.
May the record reflect I am showing the opposing counsel what has been previously marked as Exhibit 4. May I approach the counsel? Or may I approach the
Yes, you may.
bench? Thank you. May I approach the witness?
You may.
May the record reflect that I am showing the witness what has been previously marked as Exhibit 4. Ms. Storm, would you please identify this article?
This is the drugs, the brain, and behavior, the pharmacology of abuse and dependence article.
Has it been altered in any way?
Not that I'm aware of.
Your Honor, I would like to submit this as evidence. Its authenticity has been stipulated.
Any objection?
None, Your Honor.
Without objection, it is admitted.
Ms. Storm, would you please read the 2 authors of this article?
John Brick and Carl Erickson.
And are you familiar with this article in your professional capacity?
Yes, I am.
Is this a reliable source in your profession?
Yes, I would assume it is.
Would you please read the second bullet from the bottom, starting with more recent studies?
More recent studies using better analytical techniques have confirmed Windmark's original computation and suggest that, except in some clinical populations, the rate of elimination is very centrally weighted at approximately 0.015% per hour.
Thank you. Did you say in your affidavit that you can testify with reasonable scientific certainty that Mr. Beaver's BAC level was at or above 0.08%?
Yes, I can.
Are you aware that the scientific community uses the elimination rate of 0.015% to accurately approximate BAC levels? However, you do not use this.
Yes, I used 0.017% because there was evidence that Dustin was a habitual drinker, which is the percentage we use for drinkers like that.
I understand that, but would you please answer my question? Did the scientific community does use the elimination rate of 0.015%, however, you did not use this.
Yes, they use it for light drinkers, but I did not.
Thank you. Did Mr. Beaver ever exhibit signs of intoxication the night of the accident?
I was not there on that night.
However, you will be aware in your affidavit that you state you did not exhibit any signs, that Mr. Beaver did not exhibit any signs of intoxication.
I might have said that.
Have you read the affidavits of Alex Alvaro, Lee Lincoln, and Renee Robbins?
Yes, I have read it once.
Then you will be aware that they also reported there was no intoxication or any signs of that of Dustin Beaver.
That could be.
Would you turn to the back side of that article, please? And read the second bullet, beginning with, however, it is difficult. May I commission to approach the witness to show her where to read?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. On the back here, on the second bullet, beginning with however.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
However, it is difficult in the absence of scientific testing to reliably observe that and identify symptoms of alcohol intoxication until BACs reach 150 milligrams DL, 0.5 or 15%. At that level or more, the majority of people who show signs or symptoms of impairment due to alcohol intoxication, even in the absence of specific testing.
Thank you. Will you please help me to understand this correctly? If Mr. Beaver expressed no signs of intoxication, and according to what you just read as a reliable source in your profession, that signs will be shown without scientific studies. Is this correct?
I'm sorry, I don't understand the question. Could you please repeat it?
I may. Mr. Beaver expressed no signs of intoxication, and according to what you just read, people will show signs even without scientific studies. Is this true?
Yes.
Well, then is it possible that Mr. Beaver wasn't drunk due to the fact that he wasn't exhibiting any signs of intoxication?
There's people that can say that he was drinking, and if you are drinking, you are at a more of
Thank
an...
you. But would you please answer my question? Is it possible that Dustin Beaver was not drunk?
It could be possible, but not very likely.
And as you received your Master's in Science and Chemistry, your family was struck with tragedy, was it not?
Yes, my older brother died to a drunk driver.
And since this accident, you've testified in over 100 DUI cases for the prosecution?
Yes, because...
Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor. May I have permission to retrieve what has been previously marked as Exhibit 4 from the witness?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
Is there anything further from the prosecution?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes, redirect.
Oh, yes. With the accident with your brother, does this make you biased in any way?
Not even a little bit. I am dedicated to informing others about the devastating effects that can happen if you drink and drive, that kind of thing.
And does everyone react differently to alcohol?
Yes, different, like if you're lighter weight, you react to it differently than somebody who is heavier or who drinks more, that kind of thing.
So why did you use the elimination rate of 0.017%?
Again, because there's evidence that proves that Dustin was a habitual drinker prior to May 21st, and that is the percentage we use for habitual drinkers.
So under these circumstances, the scientific community would accept this rate then, correct?
Yes, they would, for sure.
No further questions.
Name Cross.
Yes. You say that the scientific community would change its views in this case. For what reasons?
Because there's evidence that proves that Dustin was a habitual drinker, which is the percentage we use for habitual drinkers.
If you don't mind me asking, what evidence is there to support this?
If I believe correctly, Lee Lincoln said in his statement that Dustin was drank every weekend. So for that, especially for a teenager,
Thank
we
you.
would say.
Is there evidence of how much alcohol was consumed on the weekends?
No, but there is also no evidence that says that Dustin didn't just drink at his house by himself all the time.
So we have no evidence as to the quantity of alcohol that was consumed by Mr. Beaver before this accident.
No.
Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.